Hello guys, welcome back to Forensic Universe. I'm Sticky, and today we're diving into the mysterious world of forensic science. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sticky? In forensic science? Well, I assure you, I stick to the facts. And today, we're sticking to the principles of forensic science. So grab your magnifying glass, put on your detective hat, and let's uncover the truth behind the science that solves crimes. Spoiler alert, it's not as easy as they make it look on TV. Principle 1, the principle of individuality. This one's a fancy way of saying no two things or people are exactly alike. Whether it's fingerprints, shoe prints, or even how someone ties their shoelaces, everyone's got their own unique style. Think of it like snowflakes, except instead of melting away, these snowflakes are your fingerprints and DNA star. And hopefully not on a crime scene. A classic example is fingerprints. Even identical twins who share everything from looks to maybe even the same taste in clothes have different fingerprints. It's like nature's way of saying, okay, you can look alike, but let's not get carried away. Oh, and speaking of fingerprints, there's the infamous case of the Madrid train bombings in 2004, where a mistaken fingerprint identification almost had the wrong guy taking the fall. Just goes to show, in forensic science, you've got to be really careful about pointing fingers. Literally. Principle 2, Locard's exchange principle. In simple terms, every contact leaves a trace. So if you've been somewhere or touched something, congratulations, you've left a little piece of yourself behind. Forensic science is basically one big game of hide and seek, but you're terrible at hiding. Take the infamous case of Ted Bundy. Fibers from a victim's clothing were found in his car, and Bundy's own hair was found on the victims. It's like he was leaving breadcrumbs, except way less charming than a fairy tale and definitely more incriminating. Principle 3, the law of progressive change. This principle is saying nothing stays the same forever. Whether physical, biological, or chemical materials, everything changes with time, like that milk in the back of your fridge. Understanding these changes in forensic science helps investigators identify what happened and when. Take decomposition in forensic pathology. When a body is found, forensic pathologists examine the stages of decomposition to estimate the time of death. Factors like temperature, humidity, and burial conditions can speed things up or slow them down. For instance, in the case of Caylee Anthony, experts studied the decomposition to estimate the time of death. It's like detective work mixed with an unsettling game of how long has this been here? Principle 4, the principle of comparison. In forensics, it's all about comparing apples to apples, or in this case, evidence to evidence. You can only match like with like. For example, if you find a blood sample at a crime scene, you first need to figure out if it's human blood or from someone's pet dog. If it's human, you can then compare it to the DNA of a suspect or victim to look for a match. Because unfortunately, you can't solve crimes by comparing apples to oranges and date or blood to dog fur.